So just before we head up to Tom's, I wanted to give this guy a quick clean. It has sat for the last few months in the garage, so it's a bit dusty. Doesn't really need much, just a high pressure hose and a bit of spot free rinse, and it's just good to go. Most of the roads there is 110 kilometers an hour, so for about 2 hours, so it should dry itself quite nicely. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we've been at Tom's house. We've been doing obviously little things in between, put out a couple of videos, but so I'll take the Skyline up today. Since I put the new exhaust on it, there's probably no point. I've got a little bit of footage in the car, but it's pretty loud, so didn't film too much of the drive up. But we're back here, looking back at obviously how we sanded and did the Honda. We're completely wrong obviously with that, so I'm happy to admit that we're wrong. I know we got too keen to lay the primer down, so to rectify that, to get it back, we'll start with a 180 grid all over, and I guess for me this gives you a little indication down here. 180, do a bit of 240, hit it with the 320 and then the 400, but after the 240 or the 180 we'll see if there's any dents or anything we need to go over. We'll be taking obviously everything back off, because there's, you know, besides all the comments, it is very still coarse and rough like sandpaper, so we'll need to take all this back off. It was a good little learning curve, I guess, even using the sprayer, so I'm happy, I don't really care. And then we'll take the lights out, mask it all up again, and as I said, we'll do it properly. It's not a great deal of time today to spend up here, but I'd definitely try to come out. As I said, it is an hour and a half drive to get here. I did just purchase a AC compressor second hand off a low kilometer GDR. Mine makes a weird grinding noise, so yeah, work at this point, so hopefully I can swap that out, get a compressor put in it, and then give it some oil and gas and see where the leak is, run vacuum through it and see if it holds vacuum. Then we'll throw some gas in and see how it performs, because it is getting hot. It's 28 degrees today, so yeah, but it still is a nice day to take the car out. So I'm not going to hit that with the sander. I think that's going to be like next time we come back up here. It will be, you know, a full day starting early in the morning and sand and prep complete to the point where, yep, now we're ready to spray primer, or take it to my mate's booth and actually spray primer in there and get a good result instead of in the shed. It's just too many cars in here, and there's a lot of overspray. I don't know if anyone's ever sprayed a car. A lot of overspray goes everywhere, and that was part of the reason we're trying to do it outside. I was trying to save getting paint on all the other projects and stuff like that, so we might have to take it to a mate shop and lay the paint and primer down there. But for today, I'm gonna pretty much start stripping this complete and getting it to the point where it's gonna go to the scrap yard. I will pull the sunroof out because I need that for the red one. This works. And I guess, like, I will keep all the components, like the door cards I'll throw away, but I'll keep the doors, I'll keep the guards, I'll keep the hinges, the lights. You know, I know people are sought after. I've seen a couple on the Australian third gen page, people smashing front ends and needing lights and stuff, so maybe I'll just keep that stuff just in case someone does need it. But I think for now I'm just gonna dive right in and start doing that. Alright, before I get stuck straight into the Prelude, I've just put the Skyline on the hoist just to see how bad the compressor is going to be, and then I'll go from there. So I'll give you guys a little size of underneath once I'm under there, and I guess we can check if there's any maintenance that needs to be done. I mean, there probably is going to be, let's be honest. So, from the looks of it, belt comes off pretty easily. I'll probably have to take off the power steering, or at least that way I can take it out of the way. It did come with another tensioner. I will probably use one that I've got. There's 2 bolts there, and I'm not sure if it goes straight through and that's it, or there's 2 bolts at the top, 2 lines and a plug. We'll have a suss of it. One thing I have noticed is the back left coilover, I think, has let go, and it was a TN Super Sport, but they're pretty old, and I'm pretty sure they've got really hard spring rating in there. The upgraded exhaust, 3.5-inch khaki moto premium or platinum, whatever, and 1 twin high flow cats now above my old pipes, so yeah. So rip the guards off, to the condenser out, start a little pile. But I reckon the last 4 episodes I've said that we're going to do a sunroof on this, so we didn't film us pulling it apart, as you can probably imagine why. It probably would have been good to film just ripping it apart, but it just looks like there's a couple 10mm bolts, heavy rust at the front, so obviously it's been leaking. But in terms of this is actually pretty good besides this little area, but we can clean that up. Yeah, so we're gonna chip away at that and go gently into that dark night.
We'll get it. Get the dog.
Alright, so pretty straightforward. Once you've got the trims off, 4 tubes, drain tubes hold it in, and multiple 10mm, 1 plug just here, piece of Pierce. As I said, you can tell this was heavily like rusted, it's flaked. So yeah. So just a little thing we're doing, taking all the switches out and speed cover on this side, little door lights. I'll be taking the doors off. Look, I probably should take the air box out, the air heater box, I should say, heater cooling box, for the servos and stuff. But to be honest, this has been left in the elements for quite some time, so I'll try to salvage some stuff, but generally most of this stuff will probably go to the scrap. I'll take the cluster out and little bits and pieces, but I don't know if there's too much to say. I think it's just tail lights, doors. We're taking the lights off the front. I'll take the engine out. As I said in the previous episode, I did buy it. I know I went to Upul originally, got a second-hand head that was off a running engine, so I do have another head to make it a running motor, but I'm not sure of the direction that it's going to go in at this point. But yeah, if we could get it to most valuable parts, tail lights, boot, doors, front headlights, maybe some of the glass pieces, engine and a couple of electronic components out, and then send it off to scrap. At least it's out of the way. And yeah, this is pretty much the sunroof here. You can see a bit of erosion coming on this side of motor, but generally this side's really good. This side here had a bit of rust build up. I'll just clean that with a wire brush and make sure mine's draining properly, and I've put a little brush through there and it works, so that comes straight out. So I'm not quite sure, it must have been sitting somewhere where the water built up in the corner and, you know, in the rails. So as I said, it's still a good unit. I'm not sure if the motor on this one's just let go. The sunroof's there, but we'll pull it out and have a look and yeah, see what happens. Yeah, peace.
I'm gonna be
to wrap it up real quick. Taking the lights off, the doors, sunroof, the rear lights, the boot, some of the pieces in there. As I said, I had the spare head from that second-hand engine, which is sitting under there. We've got all the air boxes out and stuff like that, so keep the evap and heater core and whatnot. So I reckon the next step will be wheels and this engine out, and then send it to the scrapyard. Got any questions? Let us know in the comments, but we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.